Next on the news, a group of nuns is teaming up to help those struggling to live in New York.
A former Catholic academy gets new life as supportive, affordable apartments. I'm Katie Vasquez, and I'll have that story coming up.
As pro-lifers anxiously wait to hear if Kathy Hochul will sign an assisted suicide bill, Brooklyn Bishop Robert Brennan sends this message to New York's Catholic governor.
Now we implore her, really do take it seriously, because this is devastating.
Plus, man's best friend will soon be man's blessed friend. The centuries-old tradition Catholics around the world will take part in this weekend. I'm Christine Persichetti. Current News starts right now. A group of nuns is making room, literally providing an answer to affordable housing. The Sisters of St. Joseph are partnering with a Long Island nonprofit to turn a closed school they operated into apartments. Current News' Katie Vasquez gives us a sneak peek of their plans.
There's a lot of excitement about a new project at the Sisters of St. Joseph campus in Brentwood.
That is going to be amazing.
176 units of supportive, affordable housing are being built at the former Academy of St. Joseph site.
Had been a boarding school for decades and eventually became a day school. But about 15 years ago, sadly, we had to close the building.
The nuns were looking at ways for the building to be of use to the greater community and got in touch with Concern Housing.
I got very excited, and we will bring them back to their original glory and maybe even a little bit better.
The Long Island nonprofit will take ownership of the buildings, which were deemed a historic site, so the facade will stay the same.
That was a selling point to our sisters, of course, because some people thought, oh, you're going to knock it down. No way are we knocking this gorgeous building down.
Half of the units will be affordable for those who have a hard time paying rent.
One-bedroom apartments now go for about $2,600 a month, and we can rent apartments for about $1,200.
Residents will also have supportive services.
Some people need help with medications. Some people need help with, caring for themselves, food.
Ralph and Sister Tisa both have the same goals: to serve the needy.
There was a real compatibility of our missions and our thoughts about, what we can do to make this place wonderful.
Our mission is really love of God and love of the dear neighbor without distinction. And it means to pay attention to the needs of the time, to pay attention to the people in our neighborhood and beyond.
The estimated cost is $150 million, 90% of which will be government funded. Before construction can begin, they have to close on financing, which they hope to do by June 2026. In Brentwood, Katie Vasquez, Currents News.
If you'd like to donate, you can visit concernhousing.org and click the How to Help tab at the top. The men and women who protect New York City were honored at a special mass at St. Patrick's Cathedral in Manhattan.
The holy guardian angels, may God bless you, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
New York Cardinal Timothy Dolan celebrated the Guardian Mass held on the memorial of the Holy Guardian Angels, offering a blessing to the first responders who packed the iconic cathedral on Thursday. During his homily, His Eminence expressed his gratitude for the work they do to make sure communities are safe and added they are always welcome in the church. Members of the NYPD, FDNY, Secret Service, and State Police were in the pews. Brooklyn Bishop Robert Brennan, who celebrated the Mass and has family who are NYPD, says the prayers bring unity to these protectors.
For me, it's meaningful on a personal level because of my own family involvement in law enforcement. My dad, my brothers, and even the next generation in different forms are getting involved. It's also very important because of my esteem for those who watch over our city and particularly our own local communities.
My Catholic faith is very important, but I think it's something good for all of us as first responders, police responding to emergencies and things that officers see, having a way to reflect, having an hour just to sit and, celebrate Mass with His Eminence.
And it was very impressive to be part of it, and we appreciate it. We really do. We enjoy the blessings and the prayers, and it's nice to be recognized by the church.
The service is held every 2 years and also recognizes those who have made the supreme sacrifice in the line of duty. Pro-lifers in the abortion capital of the country are anxiously waiting. Kathy Hochul has yet to decide whether an assisted suicide bill becomes law. But after comments she made last Friday, they have new hope New York's Catholic governor could choose life.
I do have the ability and have many times embarked on this to separate my personal beliefs, my religious beliefs, but I always have a very solid moral code that never leaves me when I make decisions for New Yorkers.
Now, pro-life leaders are pushing Catholics to reach out to Governor Hochul and tell her they don't want this bill to become law because it goes against their beliefs. Bishop Brennan spoke with Currents News about the legislation's dangers.
It changes the whole culture. We've seen that happen in places where that legislation's intact. I was really edified last week when we got the word of and saw that interview, or conference, I should say, with the governor, where she is saying that she's taking this very, very seriously. I commend her for that. I'm glad she's taking this seriously and not just doing a knee-jerk political reaction. But now we implore her, really do take it seriously, because this is devastating. This is absolutely devastating. And she says she's listening. She wants to listen to the people, so I'm encouraging Catholics to respond to that request respectfully, sincerely, but to express that we really are concerned about this, and that human life is to be valued at every stage.
Bishop Brennan has long been an advocate against assisted suicide. When the bill passed both houses of the state legislature in the spring, he joined us right here on Currents News to voice his concerns and convince Catholics across the diocese to speak out against it. To watch that full interview, just go to our website, currentsny.tv. The tablet is also keeping you up to date on New York's assisted suicide bill. Not only are they reporting about the call from Bishop Brennan and other Catholic leaders to voice your opinion about it, if you pick up this week's paper, you'll find 2 easy ways you can contact Governor Hochul. The tablet is also celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month by teaching you about a dish steeped in faith. Mole poblano is one of Mexico's most iconic culinary creations, and according to historical accounts, was invented by a Dominican sister in Puebla, Mexico, in honor of an unexpected visit by a church dignitary. Her convent gathered what little they had, over 20 ingredients, mixing and grinding for hours to create the rich red-brown sauce known and loved today. So don't forget to pick up the tablet at your local church this weekend. You can also support the tablet and Catholic journalism by becoming a member. You can do so by going online to thetablet.org/become-a-member. In Minnesota, a story of hope and determination in the face of tough medical odds. A teenage hockey player who suffered a devastating injury on his own power play, keeping that injury in check as he fights to get back to the game he loves.
Inside Grand Casino Arena at the start of another Minnesota Wild season, one fan got a special welcome back.
It feels amazing.
Jackson Drum, an 18-year-old from Alexandria, Minnesota, spent 9 months away from the rink after a life-changing spinal cord injury.
He broke his C1 and C2, which is at the top of your spinal cord.
Jackson's mom, Erica, has been right by his side ever since he was injured on the ice during a hockey game in Canada.
He wasn't supposed to have any movement or be able to breathe or drink or anything. Like, his chances are like 1 in like a trillion. Like, you could not even measure like the chance of him moving anything.
Jackson wouldn't accept that.
I just believed in myself. I believed in God.
Day after day, he worked to get off a ventilator, doing therapy.
8 months, I think. I was at Shepherd Center for 8 months.
And of course, getting back to hockey as soon as he could.
So unexpected that it's just like a miracle.
After months of rehab at a center in Atlanta, Jackson is back home.
No time wasted. My coach came with me.
Back to the rink to see a team he loves so much.
It felt amazing to be back with my team. All their faces, all the new faces too, they just were so happy to see me. It filled my heart with joy.
And that joy is something he wants to share.
I'm starting to be able to walk a little bit, and I really wanted to show that there's hope for anyone with a spinal cord injury.
What an inspiration. Atlanta's Shepherd Center, where Jackson spent months in therapy, specializes in treating spinal cord injuries, brain injuries, and more. And finally, tonight, a beloved saint's feast day has become a national holiday in Italy. The country's Senate voted Wednesday that in 2026, millions of workers will have off on October 4th to celebrate the feast of St. Francis of Assisi. Born the son of a merchant in 1182, St. Francis renounced his inheritance to follow the austerity of Christ. He lived a simple life in strict poverty and is known for the Franciscan order he founded and for his love of animals. One century-old tradition Catholics around the world take part in to celebrate the patron saint of animals is to get their pets blessed at their local parish on St. Francis's feast day. Churches around the Diocese of Brooklyn will be, of course, taking part, encouraging faithful to bring not only cats and dogs, but scaly and feathered friends as well. If you get your pet blessed this weekend or simply want to see your adorable pet shared here on our newscast, just email us at newstips@desalesmedia.org. That is this current news update. I'm Christine Persichetti. Thank you for joining us because we are putting your faith in the news. Hope to see you again next time.